Hey guys. Hey guys, welcome back. In my last video, I introduced this guy. He was not on my shoulder in that video, but he's been on my shoulder a lot since that video. But I introduced this guy and updated on my mother-in-law, and in this video, we're gonna try to get through it with this guy. If you stick around for the whole video, I'm sure there will be some bloopers at the end. There's no telling what's gonna come out of this guy's mouth. As far as Lee's mother goes, she is in rehab here locally for 21 days. Hopefully when she comes home, she'll be stronger and we'll be able, well, I will be able to care for her. The situation had just gotten, it had gotten too much for me to handle with, you know, if I was healthy and whatnot, it would be different. But with all of my surgeries and injuries and all of that, it had gotten to be a lot. So we're really hoping when she gets back from rehab, that gets easier. If not, we'll evaluate options when we get there. Bailey, this guy, has been busy living his best life since y'all last saw him. He's got a perch now in my living room where he can be in the center of everybody and the TV. He's been loving that. He's pretty much only been confined to his cage at nighttime. During the daytime hours, he at least has the option to come out. If I'm here, he has the option to come out if he wants to. I don't have any makeup on or any lights set up, but I did want to show you this real quick. This is a pretty big deal. He's been sitting with me on the couch for probably a couple hours, and I put him on my shoulder because I'm starving, and he's just hanging out on my shoulder now while I fix the sandwich, and he seems pretty content. Somebody told me in my last video, or it was the live I did where I didn't have on any makeup, they told me that I looked very tired. But that's just how I look without makeup on, so yeah. You can see he's quite content and interrupting me again, which he loves to do. So he makes kissing sounds now. When I go to give him a kiss, he starts smacking. Anyways, that's the update for, what's today? Wednesday, the 15th. Hope y'all had a good Valentine's Day. Ow, hey, I'm just scratching. Asshole, stop it. Anyways, so I thought of a story that I wanted to share with you guys. It came to me. All these topics come to me at nighttime when I'm in the bed. I take edibles at night for pain relief and to help me sleep, but they also have a side effect of, like, apparently, I don't know, like I never did recreational drugs of any kind, but THC, in my experience over the past year or so, especially over the last 6 months, it like
unlocks this part of my brain
that, like, I just don't, apparently I don't use enough, because when I take my edible at night and I lay down to go to bed, man, I remember things from my childhood that I had long since forgotten. It's like, is that normal? I would really love to know if that happens to any of you with THC. Like, I don't know if that's a normal side effect or it's just me, but I feel like there's this dimension in my brain that's, these are the ones I'm taking now. My neighbor got them for me. It says watermelon THC infused full spectrum, 10 pieces, 200 milligrams. And I've been taking a half of one. So yeah, anyways, we got way off subject there. But I remembered something about my hospital stay. And if you're new here, this is your first video and you're completely lost, go back and watch this video right here. It It explains everything, but the short version is October 2021, I had a really bad motorcycle wreck where I was internally decapitated. I should not have survived my injuries. I had many other injuries, and every week I make a video for y'all to, I don't know, just come along the recovery process with me, really. Anyways, so what I remembered the other night when trying to go to sleep was it couldn't have been long after my accident. I would say within the first couple of, maybe first 2 to 5 days. But I'm laying there, my left arm is paralyzed, I'm in the halo, I'm on the ventilator, I've got like my legs all jacked up and I can't talk, I can't like communicate, and there's a TV playing and they're playing music videos and this song comes on and I get very angry, and nobody could figure out why I was so angry until I started flipping off the TV. So they finally figured out why I was so upset, and I was upset because the song playing was Cher's If I Could Turn Back Time. And I'm sitting here staring at the TV, watching this video and hearing the lyric and laying there in that condition, thinking if I could turn back time, I wouldn't be here like this. And you know, at that time we didn't know if I would ever walk again or if I would need 24-hour care. Like, it was a mind. But anyways, I remembered that. And the other memory I had is right along in that same time. I can remember, it seems like my dad was down somewhere at the foot of my bed and he was talking to somebody. I don't remember who, but I remember hearing my dad say, she's got the same injury that killed Dale Earnhardt.
This is undoubtedly one of the toughest announcements that I've ever personally had to make. But after the accident and turn 4 at the end of the Daytona 500, we've lost Dale Earnhardt.
And I can remember hearing my dad, quit, you're gonna chew a hole in my shirt. I can remember my dad saying that to somebody. Why I remember that, I don't know, because I was on a lot of drugs. So I just remember bits and pieces, but those were something that came to me this week. And so it, you know, that phrase, if I could turn back time, it got me reflecting on just life and, you know, the realization that you can't, none of us can turn back time. And so I wanted to offer maybe some perspective from someone that has clung to life and been on that, you know, tightrope of life and death. And it's humbling when reality really sets in that you really only get one life. You get one chance, that's it. So stop wasting your time worrying about what other people think. Don't let your body image or haters or just negativity, don't let that hold you back from doing what makes you happy. I'm not advocating for up and quitting your job and putting your family in a financial strain. There's caveats to everything, obviously. But my ex-husband actually said something to me years ago. I won't go into too much detail because I didn't talk with him before I sat down to do this. But we got divorced many years ago, and it took a few years, you know, for us to start feeling comfortable again. But there was a time where we were emailing back and forth, and we were kind of talking about the past and, you know, mistakes that were made, things we wish we'd have done different, and apologies and blah blah blah. But he said something to me in an email that really stuck with me, and he said, Christy, it took me a long time to get here, but I've realized that we only get one life and nobody deserves to go through their one life unhappy. And that has stuck with me all these years later, because he's right. It doesn't excuse bad behavior, and it doesn't mean that things shouldn't have been done differently, but We can't change the past. We can only control our actions moving forward. And those words have always stuck with me. Nobody deserves to go through their one life unhappy. So whatever change you've been wanting to make, or bad relationship you've been wanting to get out of, or whatever, you get one shot at it, and that's it. So do it. Stop making excuses. Stop letting other people hold you back. Stop letting other people's words get into your head and make you overanalyze things. Just stop apologizing for being yourself. You deserve to be happy, period. Point blank, end of story. I would also give anything. Well, I don't know that if I could go back in time, I would. But man, if I could have like the wisdom, and I'm not saying that I'm wise, but if I could have the lessons I've learned in my brain, in my 16-year-old self, that would be amazing. But no, it doesn't work like that. I think I would like to write a blog about that, or maybe I should just put it in the book. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot more I want to say about that, but I think I can write it better than I can talk to a camera about it. So yeah, I had a couple of new memories and made me reflect a lot, and which I talked about a couple of videos back, where we got the news that I'm gonna have to have another neck surgery. I was telling Lee last night, did y'all see that movie called it's called In Time, and Justin Timberlake was in it? But it's like, the premise of it is that basically currency is time. So like everybody's got like the lower class people are constantly, or the working class people are constantly like fighting. They've only got 24 hours left to live, and they clock in at work, and their paycheck is, they like scan their arm and they get more time to live. And when your clock runs out, you die. And so like wealthier people had years and years and years and years and years left to live. But anyways, ever since I found out about this neck surgery I have to have, that's what I feel like. I feel like I've got like this time written above my head, and it's running out. I just don't know how much time I have before I have to do it. And I'm not saying that to like be dramatic about it or anything. I could go through that surgery and be better than I am now. Or I could go through that surgery and be paralyzed, just not survive it, or have a number of deficits. And so obviously I want to put that off as long as I can. So I feel like I'm just kind of walking around almost like with a bucket list of things I want to do or things I want to accomplish before I have to have that surgery. So it's a weird feeling. It's a lot. My family's been really good about, they've respected not that I've set boundaries, but I think they just kind of understood that I didn't really want to talk about it, because, I mean, what do you say? What do you say? There's nothing you can say to make that better for me. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm constantly running out of time, and I want to make it count. And that's why I like doing these videos too. That's another motivation for me to do these videos, so that I can look back years later and remember this part in the journey, what I was thinking, documentation. I can't believe he ain't pooped on me. Probably has. So I've been getting a lot of suggestions from you guys. One of them, somebody told me to, there's like a thing called Buy Me a Coffee or something. I'll put it down in the description, but it's just a way that if you want to, you can, give $5 or $10 to buy me a coffee. Although I don't drink coffee, so it would be used to either buy yarn, pay a medical bill, or just go in my bank account, because I don't have a job right now. But I also have not done anything, but I did start a Patreon account. I just opened one, and I was thinking about maybe starting to use that to do like one-on-one crochet lessons, or maybe do like exclusive lives for Patreon members. I'm not sure yet, so I will keep you posted on that. please let me know what you think. That's something you might be interested in. Like, what kind of content would you want to see if you were subscribing to content? I'm still gonna do YouTube, but as my YouTube journey progresses, that's another avenue. Because at the end of the day, it's a job, right? My goal is to replace my lost income with new income, since I don't have disability yet, and I don't want to rely on disability. I'm owed disability up until a certain point at least, but if I can do better making YouTube videos, Patreon or whatever, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not trying to play a system. I'm just trying to contribute financially so that my husband can retire from one job, and that would really greatly improve a lot for us. So, but right now I need medical insurance because I don't have disability. That's why he's working 2 jobs. And we are going live tonight on YouTube. I have no idea how that's gonna go. My Wi-Fi here is terrible, so I'm a little concerned about that. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping he will be joining us, but ow, that was skin that time. So yeah, let me know what kind of things, if you're interested in Patreon, what kind of thing you would be interested in. It would give me a way to communicate like with a smaller group of people. It's just an idea. It's in its infancy, but if you made it all the way through this video, I want you to drop a potato emoji in the comments to let me know you made it all the way through. Are you going to sleep on me? So yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you soon. Can I scratch please without... Put it together. There's the cat feeder again. I love you.
What? Come here.
Come tell him good night. Are you ready for bed? He's walking back to your mom's side. Me and the dog. Peace out.